Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Nima. Today I'm working with the candy jar from Trinity Stamp, and I'm going to be using the jar, and I'm going to be using the dies, the corresponding dies for the jar. The outline jar that cuts like is a shaker. We're going to be making a shaker, and then the outside of the jar. I already cut multiple pieces of this one, and I have in here 4 of them. And let me tell you where I or what do I use for this shaker in here. I buy my notebooks like this is one of those watercolor notebooks, the back of my notebook. That's what I use. This one is not that thick. If your material is too thick, then your die, be careful, you don't want to damage your die. So I cut 4 of them, and I put them all together, stack them together to create the area for the shaker. We're going to be making a notebook, and I'm working on using this candle jar in a different way. I uploaded a video a few days ago using the same jar as that candle holder. Now we're going to use it as a shaker, but that shaker is going to have a notebook pad on the back, and it's also for something else. The theme is summer. The theme from my previous one was Halloween. Don't miss that one. I'm going to put the link on the description below. And this one is going to be summer. So let me show you the way that we're going to construct this. Now, by the way, look how thin was that material, right? So that's why I have to cut 4 times. And I cut one of this one. I actually cut one more in watercolor paper for the background, and 2 for the back, plus the paper that is going to be the notebook, but we'll get there in a minute. Now I have this one already stacked in here, and this one will go on top, but before I do that, I'm going to color this. I have in here a little boat, and then the wood and the birds, and I'm just gonna paint this on top, and I'm using watercolor. This is gonna be a very simple painting, nothing too sophisticated, just the ocean. And I mark already where I want the ocean to go, the horizon to go. Let's just put some color on the sky. This is a good sky. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. And just gonna let it dry a little bit. So that pretty much takes care of this part. We have, when this is dry, I'm gonna glue this one to that. And this will go pretty much like this. Let's talk about what's going on the front. So yes, I do have already cut the material that I'm gonna use as a clear material on top, and this is gonna sit on top, and we're using that plastic there, and I'm gonna paint this a little bit. So I do have my watercolor. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a hint of blue. Blue is always a color that it gives you like the illusion that, oh, that's glass. That's gotta be glass. Green or blue, no? Like I said, my other colors, I'm bringing this metallics in here. I'm gonna use this one, a mix of this one and this one, because I want to give it like the metallic. This is an old one. The base was like some type of brass or something. This part is inside of the glass, but it's still giving you like the metallic vibe in there. It's just that that part went in the glass. So I'm adding a little bit of, okay. All right. So that's the lid, the base. That's all we have in here. Now let's do something else. Now that this is dry, or practically dry, I'm gonna add a little bit of bleed-proof white, just so it looks like the waves. I should use a smaller brush. They're racing, you know. We can come with a liner and then add some little lines. Get more color. Okay. Yeah. Happy with that. Okay, so let's put this together. The first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to glue my watercolor part to the back. Since this is going to be like a notebook, I want this to be very stable. This layer, I'm adding the glue. Okay. And then this will go on top. And this part is slightly larger than this one in here. And as you can see, I already put the tape to glue the plastic that I'm going to put on top. Let me put one of my rocks in there. I paint those rocks. And I'm gonna work on the back. In the back, we have, this one is gonna be to the back. And then I cut the same multiple times. And this is just printer paper. And I staple this, and then I use a hammer to smash them, making sure that they were very flat. And I'm gonna glue them to this part in here. Now this is gonna create in here a little bit of a step in there. So what I did is that I cut a part of the top in here of one of those, the same material. Now it's flat. So when I put the other part there, it's not gonna be like out of level. It will be on the same level. Right? Let's make sure that everything is lining up correctly. Yeah, it's good. And then for this one, that this is gonna be the back, I scored at the same I want to say this at the same place as my paper, so you can flip your pages. And this part will be glue on there. And that's going to be on the back. And this most likely is ready. Now, what I'm using, that I said I'm using plastic. Yeah, it is a kind of plastic. I'm not using acetate, because if I use acetate, the acetate that I had, it was kind of good, but it wasn't, it was soft. It was not that hard. So what I'm using is this actually comes as a blending mats, and they're really clear, and I mean, it's not the ones that I use. I try to keep them aside so they don't get scratched, but anyway, it brings a little piece of plastic in there, so it is all nice and neat. Oops. And that's the part that I'm going to put in here, bottom. All right. Okay. Very good. It's looking good, except that where are the bits? Oh, it happens to me all the time. And I had them ready in here, actually. There's a mix in here of the stars and circles and foams. Those are white and blue. Those are foams. And there's some little stars in there. I wanted to use real sand. But then real sand was not a good idea. I tried with one using real sand. I live near the beach, so I picked the sand and it was dry, but anyway I let it dry again, but it didn't play really well. The static is gonna make this one's hanging there for a little bit. That's fine with me. But they're gonna go down. And then you're gonna have some that they're, especially that one. Look at that. That one didn't want to go inside. Okay, so let's make sure that we have everything secure. I'm gonna use a blue marker and I'm gonna paint all that around. And I'm just gonna paint the base. Let's add the back first. And we add some glue in here. Dry. All right, so I want to put something else in here, and it's that I have this little twine in here, and I'm gonna add a few. Let's just give it a little more for hanging. Some in here, and let's cut this. Tie this. And I have a little bit of message in here, but I want to put it in the back. Just want to keep everything the way it is in there. And I have this message. And then tie it in here. I want that message kind of open in the bag. Normally we put the message on the front or inside of the card. I just want that message right in there, and it's not gonna be on the way when you open it, but it's gonna be always there so you can read it. And it could be like where you put your from or to if you're gonna give it away, right? So here is my card. It's a shaker. It's the ocean theme of my series. Use it and reuse it. And it's now like a bottle on the ocean, and it has the ocean scene inside, and it's a little notebook. The back, you have a few pages in there, and this is more like a gift, right? So I hope you enjoyed the video, and come back for other videos that I will have. Bye.